Okay, you should be able to hear me. I just have to get the club chat up. Hello, if you're here. Let me make sure this is off. Cool, cool, cool. Smash the like button. Thank you, Eddie. Let me put the chat in. Fingers crossed, everybody, that this works. Okay. Is it gonna work? Yay! Hello, Harry Lee. Welcome. We did it. Good job, Winslow. We figured it out. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the club sesh. It's 4:20. Light up. This is a poet pre-roll that I got from the Fleur Nouveau event last night. So the whole idea about that is like the Beaujolais, like the first grapes, the first celebrating the harvest for wine. For cannabis, we were celebrating the harvest at the Fleur Nouveau. Hello, hello, Indian God. What up from the Midwest? Nice. Good evening, Petra. Welcome to the stream. This is awesome. I'm so excited. Bonbon is fed and I have a little snack for myself. And I made some infused hot chocolate. This recipe is going to be coming out soon on LeafWell. It's so tasty. Midwest in the house is right. I wanted to add something to the group chat. Gmail.com. So I'm drinking infused hot chocolate. It has full spectrum oil in it. And I wanted to give you guys a link. So LeafWell is a platform for you to get a medical card. And what are some of the benefits of having a medical cannabis card? Infused hot chocolate sounds divine, Petra. It is so good. Lee Elliott, hello, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the club sesh. We are live. I'm going to put in something here. Okay, wait, here it is. So, leafwell.com. Let me give you guys this if you want to get your medical card. Now, the benefit of getting a medical card is you get, in some states, you get, and the discount code is, promo code is Marigold, okay? Let me put that in there, obviously. Making it easy for you. So, ciao, Kathy Sachs. So, if you want to get your, if you want to, I think that's the right link. Anyway, if you want to get your medical card, so you can get some tax cuts so that you can, you know, have more rights holding a card than if you don't, especially in states that are medical. LeafWell is a really great resource. They give you doctor's appointments online so you can get it very quickly and easily. So that is something that I'm sharing with you today. The second link has no link. The second is a promo code. So Marigold is the promo code. I have this link too. I don't know which one is the right one. I'll have to ask them. But yeah, you put in Marigold in all caps and it'll get you a discount for a medical card if that's what you want to do, which you can also, another benefit of having a medical card is you can buy more at once. So you're not as restricted on the amount that you can buy at once. It's pretty high in California. So all of those are benefits. This hot chocolate recipe is going to be out on LeafWell. So that'll be fun. Holistic Leah. I love having a medical card. It feels safer for me in work legal situations, even though it's legal in California, and I can order larger amounts of flour and concentrates from my favorite delivery service. Exactly. Those are some of the benefits of it. Tell me if you get an echo from these. Will you tell me? Holistic Leah, I can purchase 64 grams at once. Let me connect these. That's awesome. Ah, I'm hearing myself here. That I don't want. Okay, so I wonder if I get rid of that. I think it's okay. Won't mess up the chat, but I'm scared. No echo. Okay, that's good. So we can do this when we want to bring up the, hi PD Anderson, when we want to bring up the websites. I made myself a plate of crudité with some hummus. Good stoner snack. Okay. Hi, Bon Bon. No. You want some carrot? She loves carrot. You want some carrot? Well, you just ate. You're like, she's like practically throwing up. And she's like, feed me more. Okay, good. I'm glad it sounds good. Hi, everyone. This is the Club Sesh. Today we're going to be discussing some pretty interesting things, some interesting topics. We're going to talk about 2 deaths in New York, and we're going to talk about the wave of non-alcoholic beverages, which is really cool. Aloha. I was just talking with my auntie today about, hi Jeff, hello, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the hang. What's everyone smoking today? Bon Bon, you want more carrot? Do you want some cucumber? No, that's what we're discussing today. Those are the 2 topics we're going to discuss. She probably doesn't want cucumber. And what was I going to do? I don't remember. I was going to show you some of this flour I got this is from Radical Herbs. Get it in focus, Vanessa. That's Bon Bon asking for more treats. Did you eat it or did you put it on the ground? She ate it. So here is some flour from Radical Herbs. And this is Pies Cream. I showed you guys this before, maybe. I have to set up my phone. Bear with me. Let me set up the phone. I think it's charged enough. It has a little bit of battery. NDI. There's my buns. Hi, Invader Seas. How are you? Okay, and then we can lower this a little. Lower it down. There we go. All right, we did it. Permanent marker. Yes, I love it. iPhone. Oop. Where are we putting this? Where are we going to put it? We'll put it, look at my little crudité station. What was I going to show you? I was going to show you this flower. Got distracted, people. It's easy for me. Invader Seas. Oh, let me. Wish I had a light on this. Invader Seas is smoking jet fuel gelato with sour cream dry sieved hash. Wow. Banging. I have this. I have some more radical herbs. I don't like to open too many things at once because then the flour dries out, you know. Sherb cream pie. Delicious. Ooh, that hummus had a lot of garlic. And then I got Joyce from Sonoma Hills Farm, brought me a bunch of flowers, which is awesome. This, I think, is the orange. What is this one? Oh, shoot. Smells like orange creamsicle, but let me check with her. And then there's, or maybe that's the cherry pie. She gave me a lot. This is cherry cheesecake. Sorry, not. This is the cherry cheesecake. And this is what the Cheez-Its were based on after, or last night. Harry Lee has peach rings. Jeff Goring, decarbing 4 ounces of Northern Lights to make full extract cannabis oil. That's awesome. That's really cool. What are you using? Ethanol? Do you have like, what are you using? So we have some more flour from, and these buds are really nice. This is the cherry cheesecake. Really nice and dense. You can kind of see the difference in different kinds of buds. Hi, oh, you want some more snack? Jeff is using Everclear 190 proof. Good. Works really well and very quickly. You know what some of the labs do to help get the trichomes off in alcohol? They put it in the, you know those vibrators? They're like agitators for jewelry, cleaning jewelry. They'll put the Everclear or whatever neutral grain alcohol you're using, and you put high proof, and then you put your decarb flour in there, and then use that machine, and it'll like vibrate them off, the trichomes off. So that's a good tip. Black truffle, Petra, nice. Pepper seeds. I have peach rings. Wow. Like infused peach rings. Yummy. Ultrasonic cleaner. That's right. So like the ultrasonic cleaners, if you put alcohol in that and then your decarb flour, it will help. So it's a little hot tip for you. Okay, so we got cherry cheesecake. We've got this pies cream. I already have a joint going. I think we're gonna skip me rolling something right now, and I'm just gonna, hey, can you cut that out? JL Sanders, hey, 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 what's good in the neighborhood? Weed. Weed is good in the neighborhood. And some crudité. And my little tiny dog that is like, no, you want some more, she will only eat these in small pieces though. Come here. You don't want any more cucumber? Well, you already put your mouth on it, so that's it. She's like, give me the good stuff. Hi, Stuart. No, don't look at me like that. Oh my God. She's twirling. The problem is I gave her treats when she twirled without me asking her to twirl. So now we need to see the bond. Come here. Come here. No. Oh my goodness. Sit. Thank you. I'll give you a treat. Bonbon, what did we do today? Did we cut your nails? Did we cut your nails today? Did we clean your ears? Are you smelling the garlic on my breath? You're about to light a chill stick. Nice. Did we brush your teeth? We brushed our teeth today. How about man? You want a treat because you've been such a good girl? Yeah. We did all the things. Do you think she minds when I give her kisses? See, I can look at her face now when I do it. No, she doesn't mind. Hi, Pete. Hi, Pete. How are you? Just petting my dog. She likes like a good scratching. Okay, you ready? Okay, let me get her a treat really quickly for being a good sport. What can I give you? What can I give you, Bonbon? Do you want one of these? Are you gonna cry about it? Don't cry. Sometimes when I give her a treat, she cries. All right, that was the Bonbon moment. She's gonna go put it in my closet. She's gonna hide the treat in the closet. Does that everyone's dog hide treats? Like I give it to her and she like gets too excited. What a bundle of fur. Yes, she is. All right. I wanted to check really quickly. One of the AMAs was pretty interesting. Questions from my broadcast channel on YouTube. What tips have you got for making edibles that don't smell like weed? This is a good one from Dr. Cannabis. So it's kind of hard. If you're going to decarb, if you're starting from flour or from a concentrate that is not decarboxylated, when you go to decarb, the terpenes are volatile. So they're going to be in the air, right? And like I use the stasher bag and that can help. But once you open that bag, that smell is released into the air. JL Sanders, is everyone ready for Christmas? I hope so. It's around the corner. So I would say like the best thing to do is to use a decarbed concentrate, like full spectrum oil or distillate or, anything like that. It's the decarbing at home. You could also get those Ardent decarboxylation machines, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably smell as soon as you open them. I haven't used one. Okay, let me see. There was... Okay, that was the only question I wanted to look at. Should we jump into this topic today? Should we do it? Okay, let's see. I think it's time. Let's talk shit. Let me do this really quickly. It's Christmas, Petra. You're so funny. Eddie says, my Italian parents made all of those Christmas cookies. Yes, if you're a part of the club, it's in the club group chat, all of these photos that we share with each other of our food, which is cool. Okay, so wait, not this. Let's do this. And we're going to switch to the browser. Oh, wow. But wait, where's our club chat? Ah, shit. Ugh, okay, let me try and do this. There's that. I have to try this again, you guys. Sorry. And I wanted to refresh cache. It's cash. It's not cachet. There we go. Our dog twirls for treats too. It's so cute. It is, but I don't know. Any idea to how to keep weed fresh? My brother-in-law gave me a bunch of different strains. He quit smoking. You can like vacuum seal it and like keep it in the fridge, but you really want to just keep it in an airtight container, in dark, like opaque container, so nothing clear, so the light doesn't get to it, because it starts to degrade over time. Buy me something. Why is it showing you guys that? That's so weird. That's not, what browser is that? Oh, is it showing? I don't understand. I hope it's the right browser. No? Something's weird. Let me check this property. Yeah, window capture. Google Chrome, new tab. There we go. There we go. I figured it out. This takes me a minute. Okay. Let's read about this article and educate ourselves about bat poop. How bat guano turned deadly for two men growing, they love that word, marijuana. Two men have reportedly died after inhaling bat guano used to grow cannabis, raising concerns about the safety of natural bat guano and commercially available fertilizers. Interesting. Get out of here. Glass jars in the bedside nightstand. Oh my gosh. But make sure they're opaque jars. Eddie Moretti works. Good. The movie club's movies. LOL. Wait, what are we laughing about? This story is crazy. Yes, let's read about it. The cases of the two men who died from exposure to bat guano used to grow cannabis came to light earlier this month through an accepted manuscript published in the journal Open Forum Infectious Diseases. The study highlights two fatal cases of histoplasmosis, a fungal infection caused by Histoplasma capsulatum. Linked to bat guano exposure among cannabis growers. Histoplasmosis, most common in the Mississippi and Ohio river valleys, affects 1 to 2 per 100,000 annually in reported states, with a 5 to 7% death rate among hospitalized cases, with many mild cases going undiagnosed. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention reported. Both cases cited in the study occurred in Rochester, New York. That's where my grandma's from. And she's from Niagara Falls. And were linked to either commercially purchased or wild harvested bat guano used to fertilize cannabis plants. This is noteworthy given the practice of using using bat guano as a nutrient-dense biofertilizer in marijuana and cannabis. Okay. How bat guano caused the deaths of two cannabis growers. The first case involved a 59-year-old man with a weakened immune system. Okay, emphysema. And rheumatoid arthritis, who was taking adalimumab. Adalimumab. A medication used to treat rheumatoid arthritis, among other conditions. He developed respiratory failure, weight loss, and difficulty swallowing. That's horrible. Imaging showed severe lung damage, and a biopsy identified yeast consistent with Histoplasma capsulatum, a fungus commonly found in soil contaminated with bat or bird droppings. The man had bought bat guano online for use as cannabis fertilizer, unknowingly cultivating the fungus and inhaling it. Shit. Despite treatment and antifungal medications, his condition worsened due to aspiration, and he eventually died. My kitchen. Oh, she's crying because of the treat. God damn it, I knew she was going to cry. Bonbon, no, you can't cry about it. The second case involved is 64. Do you want me to take it away from you? Can you guys hear her? He was immunocompromised. Bonbon. Do you want me to open the closet? Is the closet open? She wants somewhere. Put it under the pillow. Sometimes I get like little fishy treats under the pillow. It's so gross. Yeah, he was immunocompromised and he had like emphysema and all these things. The second case involved a 64-year-old man with peripheral arterial disease and significant weight loss who had been exposed to guano in his attic while planning to use it as fertilizer for cannabis plants. Wait, was he just like collecting it in his attic? Imaging showed several lung lesions as well as cysts in his pancreas and adrenal glands. He was diagnosed with disseminated histoplasmosis, a fungal infection, and treated with itraconazole. But this batshit seems bad. Yeah, but I feel P.D. Anderson, she is totally fine. She has a treat in her mouth and she's walking around crying because she doesn't know where to hide it. Okay? She's totally fine. She does it every time with this treat. I don't know why. This particular type of treat. She like freaks out and is like, where do I hide it? Okay, so the study of these two cases highlighted that with the rise in cannabis cultivation, especially after legalization, growers may be unknowingly exposed to the fungus and urged the need for testing guano in fertilizers and raising awareness about protective measures like wearing masks. Totally. The researcher of the University of Rochester who conducted the study also said that immunocompromised individuals are at a higher risk and cannabis cultivation should be considered in patient histories to help with early diagnosis and prevention. Bat guano, which is bat feces, is a natural fertilizer that is particularly high in nitrogen and beneficial for plant growth, including cannabis. It helps improve soil structure, promotes healthy microbial activity, and aids in better water and nutrient uptake. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, bat guano releases nutrients slowly, minimizing the chance of overfeeding plants. Additionally, it helps protect against leaf fungi, encourages growth, enhances resin production, and revitalizes soil. Cannabis grown with bat guano often has reportedly more complex aromas, and flavors than those grown with synthetic fertilizers, says who. However, the authors of this study emphasized the importance of public awareness, protective measures such as wearing masks. We've heard you before. Geez, are you being paid by the word? And regulatory testing of biofertilizers to reduce risks, especially for those with weakened immune systems. Let me tell the same thing 50 times. The study also urges healthcare providers to be more vigilant when diagnosing histoplasmosis. This is a very obscure thing, particularly in cannabis growers, and highlights the need for testing commercial bat guano for histoplasma and educating users on proper handling to avoid fungal infections. Batshit crazy shirt is awesome. Thanks, man. Thank you. Love my shirt. That would be a great shirt. Yeah. Batshit crazy shirt. That would be a good shirt. Yeah. I agree. Okay. Let's look at another one. I think it's going to say the same things. Yeah. Doctors have reported 2 rare and fatal cases of histoplasmosis, a fungal disease linked to bat guano, used as fertilizer for locally grown cannabis. Homegrown weed lovers, beware. There are some fertilizers that you should probably avoid. Doctors are warning people to steer clear of bat guano, aka bat poop, after 2 cannabis growers contracted a fatal fungal infection linked to its use. Let's see how they tell this story here. Researchers at the University of Rochester detailed the unusual infections in a case report published earlier this month. Both cases involved local men who developed a severe bout of histoplasmosis. Severe, they died from it. Fatal. Likely contracted from bat guano they had used, had used or intended to use as fertilizer for their cannabis crops. While exposure to bat guano isn't a common risk for many people, the researchers note that it's become a popularly advertised superfood for growing cannabis. Histoplasmosis begins as a lung infection caused by inhaling spores of the histoplasma fungus. Did any of you guys watch, what's the like mushroom scary show? What's that called? Do you know what I'm talking about? With Pedro Pascal. Love it. Anyway, these exposures don't usually make people sick, but sometimes the infection can turn into relatively mild pneumonia, causing symptoms such as fever, cough, chest pain, and body aches. More rarely, the infection can linger in the lungs and become a chronic problem or even spread to other parts of the body like the brain, and cause serious life-threatening illnesses. The Last of Us. Thank you, Hammerhead. Okay, we thank you. Thank you, Harry Lee. I don't know how I didn't remember that. As is often true with fungal infections, chronic or severe histoplasmosis is more common in people with already weakened immune systems. Okay, so they're saying, if you have a weakened immune system, do not use bat shit, okay? It's not good. P.D. Anderson, we have a local cannabis farmer who makes and sells fertilizer made from bug carcasses. Oh, that sounds good. These infections aren't contagious and can be only caught from environmental sources of the fungus. Okay, so they can't pass it on to anyone else. It's not like the avian flu. Did you guys hear that Gavin Newsom declared an emergency in California for the avian flu? P.D. Anderson, yes, I was talking about The Last of Us with the fungal people. The first victim, a 59-year-old man, had purchased bat guano online and used it to fertilize his cannabis. The second victim, a 64-year-old man, had recently discovered a heavy bat infestation in his so this guy was, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at him. That's not very nice. I just think it's kind of funny that he was like, oh my goodness, I got all these bats. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to harvest their shit and I'm going to grow some weed in it. That's so funny. It's not funny. Heavy bat infestation in his attic, and he was hoping to use the bat guano as a fertilizer for his crops. Fortunately, by the time the men had seen the doctors, their cases had gotten quite severe, causing other problems like secondary infection and sepsis. So that sepsis is like, it's no bueno. Yeah. Both men had a history of other medical issues that may have made them more vulnerable to severe illness, such as emphysema or past heart surgery, right? Weakened immune system. Exposure to bat guano among cannabis growers appears to be a recent trend that can lead to histoplasmosis cases and outbreaks. Histoplasmosis is a rare diagnosis. Between 3,000 and 7,000 cases may occur annually in the U.S., but the researchers are worried that cannabis growers are likely in the dark about the potential dangers posed by bat guano. Well, we're here to educate about the dangers of bat poop. Don't use bat poop. Red Jacket, hi, welcome. Did you just get here? Okay. It is crucial to raise awareness among physicians and patients to enforce personal preventative measures and establish timely diagnosis. Commercial biofertilizers containing bat guano should be tested. Okay, we got it. We got it. To New York. Do we want to read more about this bat poop? Tell me. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let's see what this one says. We'll peruse it. We'll peruse. We're chilling. It's a club sesh. Welcome, everyone. 2 New York men die from pneumonia. So different way. Per Oxford academic, their symptoms included chronic cough, fever, blood poisoning, and respiratory failure. Fuck. The medical journal, which was published December 4th, revealed that the men 59 and 64, but they later died of the infections. One of the men had bought the guano online. Yes, we understood this. Are you guys going to be in the chat? What's going on, chat? What's happening, chat? How can I purchase another Edibles Club t-shirt? So I just sold 3 today, or no, 5. Someone bought 5 t-shirts. So I have to go through my inventory. So give me a second, Pete. But you can get them at theediblesclub.com. I have to count my inventory. It's literally, it's me. And then if I run out, I'll order more t-shirts. And what are you doing? She's going to try and put it in my camera bag. Harry Lee, yes. The Last of Us, Eddie is a show. It's like an apocalyptic show, and the people get infected with this fungus. I don't remember how it happened. I'll have to watch it again. But it's good. I like it. I don't know. I have to see what the new season's going to be like. This chicken thing here, I would eat that right now. Hi, Stuart. Thank you. Just checking in. Okay, I think we've had enough of this bat shit. Let's look at some non-alcoholic beverages. Winslow's here. Oh, bonsoir. Bonsoir. I wrote a card today in French. You guys, I hope I don't get ads.
Imagine making $453,000 in a single month.
We're going to shut him up. I have to go back to, I canceled my YouTube, my YouTube thing. Let's make sure that this browser isn't too loud. Hi, see, hello, hi. Okay, go away, guy. Sorry, you guys.
Life-changing discovery with you.
Skip.
That drink is taking on a whole new meaning. A growing number of Americans are swapping out alcohol beverages for a different kind of buzz. Christine Lazar shows us how states across the country are now selling drinks with THC.
I love it. Hammer. Cordyceps, yes.
Studio Lounge dispensary in Los Angeles. You'll find what looks like a typical bar, but you won't find any alcohol here. All the colorful cocktails come with a shot of cannabis containing THC.
Do you taste it? You don't.
Sky Fairman is the lounge manager and says customers control their own dose and can enjoy cannabis in a social setting.
So it's pre-bottled.
Relax, see how you feel, and then go from there. I tell people it's almost like you can control your high.
Hold up a minute. Okay, drinks definitely hit you faster. Lee Elliott, any chance of a white print on a black t-shirt? We can do that. I just have to order more shirts. Can you put the volume up a little bit? Okay, I put it too low now. I put it too low. So edibles take a while to hit. Be careful.
Type of bars are popping up in more states where recreational marijuana is legal. And across the country, you can find canned beverages with THC at select retailers. They provide a similar high and are even sold in some states where cannabis is not legal recreationally, because in those states, the specific strain of THC in some of the drinks comes from hemp instead of marijuana.
The reason why these products are available are because of the Farm Bill.
Kate Stevenson is an industry analyst from the Brightfield Group and says the 2018 Farm Bill made it legal for a certain type of THC known as Delta-9 to be synthesized from hemp. Since then, there's been an explosion in beverage sales, reaching $382 million this year and growing.
They're projected to grow 14% over the next 5 years.
She says those numbers would be higher, but almost a dozen states have now banned intoxicating.
Is that any better? Is it better when I stop? That's okay. I just need to hold it to my mouth. You know what I need to do? I need to get a different mic for this, like a real profesh mic. So, P.D. Anderson, can RSO be used to make infused drinks? Yes. I mean, it's better if there's like some sort of fat in the drink, so a milk or a cream or something like that. But you could dilute it in like a very high proof, like 190 proof and up alcohol. But and so like you're kind of like taking the RSO or FSO and you're like reversing the process a little bit, putting back alcohol into it. Um, and then you can that way it'll mix into a drink. But sometimes with that, what it'll do is like kind of stick to the sides of the drink of the glass of the vessel and like float to the top. So people will add lecithin to beverages like that. Um, I don't love the taste of lecithin, so I don't do that. Uh, Wait, let me read. JL Sanders. So last time I was in Vegas, I went to a place like this bar. It was actually a smoke lounge with a bar. No alcohol, but drinks were infused. I chose liquid marijuana. That's really interesting. So I think they can do infused drinks like that. JL Sanders got so stoned, ended up staying for about 4 hours, I bet. That's last night when I went to the lounge in West Hollywood. They don't do infused drinks like that. That would be really cool if they did. But Pete says weed in Vegas is weak potency. Well, I haven't tried it in Vegas, so I don't want to judge them. Kathy says soy lecithin isn't as bad as sunflower. See, but I don't like soy because I don't know. I don't like soy because of my thyroid, hypothyroidism. But I was recently talking to an endocrinologist, and she said that like the goitrogenic foods aren't as impactful to our thyroid as we thought they were. If you don't know what goitrogenic means, it's food that interferes with your thyroid production. Goiters are like when you have hypothyroidism, you can get like goiters on your neck and things like that. So anyway, I stay away from soy. I try to.
THC synthesized from hemp. California's governor authorized an emergency ban earlier this year because a loophole in the law allowed for gummies and other products to be sold outside of dispensaries and at any store.
We don't want to kill the hemp industry. We want the hemp industry to be regulated.
Right.
It's intended not for intoxicating products.
The THC at the Artistry Studio.
Did he say it's intoxicating? Intoxicating. Omelet a few days ago. Perfecto. There's hope for me yet. Wait, made the Ludo omelet a few days ago. I didn't see the first part. Oh, that's great. I love KC Kind Buds at my dispensary. Oh, cool, Pete. I'll have to see. You know what? I was surprised. Oklahoma has so many dispensaries. I had no idea.
Studio Lounge doesn't come from hemp. So here, those 21 and older can enjoy cannabis in a cocktail. Christine
That's
Lazar,
a cool
CBS
cocktail.
News, Los Angeles.
It looks a little milky.
Prior to Contrave, my eating habits.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, you guys. I'll switch back. This is the same. Let me see this one.
Having a drink is taking a whole new meaning. A growing number of Americans are swapping out alcohol beverage for a different kind of buzz. Christine Lazar takes a closer look at how states across the country are now selling drinks with THC.
Inside the Artistry Studio Lounge dispensary in Los Angeles, you'll find what looks like a typical bar, but
Winslow says Vegas has all kinds of weed. That's true. Maybe you didn't find the good stuff, Pete. Oh, shit. JL Sanders, Oklahoma is where I got the chill sticks. That's cool to know. There's bad weed everywhere, says Winslow. And JL Sanders says, for real, Winslow. And Pete says, I'm stoned too. Me too. I've been drinking hot chocolate and smoking pot. I'm going to grill some chicken and make a salad for dinner, I think. PD Anderson, what is the best way to infuse drinks? I think the best way to infuse drinks is to have some fat in your drink, like a coconut milk or milk or cream or something like that is going to make it easier to infuse. If you're going to use a tincture or there's not going to be any kind of fat in the beverage, people recommend using a lecithin so that the water and the fat stay emulsified. Otherwise, what happens is it kind of floats to the top or sticks to the side. I mean, there's alcohol in there, so with the tincture, I don't do lecithin personally. I haven't really noticed a difference, but some people swear by it, so do as you want.
You won't find any alcohol here. All the colorful
No
cocktails
alcohol.
come with a shot of cannabis containing THC.
Do you taste it? You don't.
Sky Fairman is the lounge manager.
So manufacturers have come up with different ways to do THC powders and other processes that for a home cook are difficult to replicate. That's why I'm just infuse something with fat. It's a lot easier, and it's gonna stay it's gonna stay homogeneous throughout your drink, like a hot chocolate or something like that. That's what I think. Pete, I work really early tomorrow. Well, you should probably.
And says
Are you telling us you should go to bed? Should you go to bed?
customers control their own dose. And
Another way people infuse beverages, and I tried one, and maybe it was just like the one I tried, and there's better ways to do it, but is with glycerin infusions, and I wasn't a big fan of the glycerin.
can enjoy cannabis in a social setting.
You can take a couple of sips, relax, see how you feel, and then go from there. I tell people it's almost like you can control your high.
These type of bars are popping up in more states where recreational marijuana is legal. And across the country, you can find canned beverages with THC at select retailers. They provide a
That music makes me nervous.
because in those states, the specific strain of THC in some of the drinks comes from hemp instead of marijuana.
The reason why these products are available are because of the Farm Bill.
Kate Stevenson is an industry analyst from the Brightfield Group and says the 2018 Farm Bill made it legal for a certain type of THC known as Delta 9 to be synthesized from hemp. Since then, there's been an explosion in beverage.
So Delta 9 is also in cannabis, in cannabis that is grown to be high in cannabinoids instead of hemp, which is grown to be used for its fiber. So it's very low in THC. So they synthesize it from a lot of hemp, right?
Sales reaching $382 million this year and growing.
Wait, how is the hot chocolate, Harry Lee? The hot chocolate is delicious, but now it's not hot anymore, so I need to I'm sorry, I keep forgetting about this mic. It's kind of hard to hold it. I have to figure it out. Maybe I can clip it. And this is not even plugged in, but I'll just use it as a stand. Okay, does that work, people? Is that good? Is that close enough to my mouth? You can't hear me? You can't hear me? The video volume is too high. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys, I'm trying my best. You tell me it's too low, and then I put it up. Everything's too low. I don't know what to do. Okay, PD Anderson, in Illinois, we have Delta 8, which is hemp based, and then our cannabis is classified as Delta 9. Okay, cool. Sorry, there's a little bit of lag in the chat. So I'm only seeing your I hear me, you hear me, I hear me, you hear me now. Okay, so just so you know, that's the lag that I'm experiencing. Okay, so the YouTube video, I feel like I'm going to play it again and then I'm going to stop it and you tell me if it's too loud.
They're projected to grow 14% over the
We have to figure out how to not have a lag. What's everyone having for dinner? Okay, so that's too loud.
the next 5 years.
She says those numbers would.
How's that? Temp THC ban, THC from Delta 9. Put that YouTube down a touch. Down. You mean here?
Would be higher, but almost a dozen states have now banned.
Call Winslow. Winslow hasn't texted me, so we're just gonna keep going. That's
Intoxicating THC synthesized from hemp. California's governor authorized an emergency ban earlier this year because a loophole in the law allowed for gummies and other products to be sold outside of dispensaries and at any store.
We don't want to kill the hemp industry. We want the hemp industry to be regulated. It was intended not for intoxicating products.
The THC at the Artistry Studio Lounge doesn't come from hemp. So here, those 21 and older can enjoy cannabis in a cocktail.
Yeah, because the Artistry is a legal lounge, and then they're purchasing manufactured little like drink additions, and then they're, you know, just mixing that. That's so fun.
Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Cool. That's very cool. Let's see this one. This will be interesting.
How much THC is in a typical THC beverage? This is a great question for anyone curious about cannabis-infused drinks. First, let's talk about the varieties of THC drinks. Not all cannabis drinks contain THC. Some only have CBD, which offers medicinal benefits without the psychoactive effects. However, many THC drinks do exist, and they can contain different types of THC, such as Delta 9 and Delta 8. Delta 9 is the more commonly known form and is often used in these beverages. When it comes to the amount of THC in these drinks, it can vary widely. For instance, some drinks are designed for experienced users and can contain as much as 50 milligrams of Delta 9 THC per serving.
That's a lot.
This is a significant amount and is usually found in more potent products, like the Cycling Frog Sparkling THC Iced Tea
This
Lemonade.
feels like an advertising. On the other end of the spectrum,
there are drinks with much lower doses. For example, the Can Low Boy contains only 1 milligrams of Delta 9 THC in a 12 fluid ounce can.
Oh wow, that's very low.
This is ideal for those who want a very mild effect or are just starting out. The standard typical dosing for one serving of cannabis, including beverages, is generally around 10 milligrams of THC. This is considered an average recreational dose, enough to feel the effects without getting too high. It's comparable to the effect of 1 can of light beer. Drinks like PB
10 milligrams can really mess some people up. So some people it's nothing, and other people it's a lot. So just be careful.
High seltzer follow this guideline, with each can containing 10 milligrams of THC. This amount allows users to enjoy the effects without overwhelming themselves, especially if they sip the drink leisurely. So to answer the question, a typical THC beverage usually contains around 10 milligrams of THC per serving, though this can range from as little as 1 milligrams to as much as 50 milligrams or more, depending on the product and the intended user.
Eddie.
Experience.
let's watch this. Can we watch this? Are we
Hey,
allowed?
Queen.
Let me turn this shit off. Let it run. It is too bad the dose range is so different, for people. It's sort of unlike alcohol in this regard. Yeah, it's really not simple. Everyone is very different, and you got to take your time kind of figuring out your dose. One of the things that I wanted to ask Dr. June from Leafwell when I speak with her next month, a lot of people don't feel edibles at all. They just don't feel them. So I know it has to do with your liver enzymes, or that's my kind of hypothesis. Just curious if she knows anything, because I've had so many people I have to blast the volume on my side. Then when I go to another YouTube channel of mine, I have to turn the volume way back down. I don't know what to say, because if I turn it up, I can't make this any higher unless I bring it right to my mouth. Right? This is it. This is what I got. And I try to attach it here. And, like, what do you want me to do? I'm trying. I'll put it in my lap, okay? But that's even further than before. So I don't know what to do. Is everyone, when it's really close, right? We'll just hold it there. Okay? All right. Let's watch this. We'll figure out the mic. I need a new mic.
Field of beautiful hemp plants, and these hemp plants create what is known as cannabinoids. There are over 100 cannabinoids that can be found within the cannabis plant.
Do you guys think this music's okay?
Found in cacao, so that's why when we eat dark chocolate.
Wait a minute.
Within the cannabis plant. Cannabinoids can be found in other plants. They're found in cacao, so that's why when we eat dark chocolate, we feel great. But cannabis is definitely the plant that can produce the highest levels of cannabinoids.
Wow. So I talked about that in the recipe for the hot chocolate. I talked about, thank you, Eddie. I talked about how chocolate has anandamide in it, which is the bliss molecule, which is what we make in our bodies.
There are cannabinoids that I'm sure you are familiar with, such as THC, CBD,
yes.
and some lesser known ones like CBG and CBN. These are all acronyms. THC stands for tetrahydrocannabinol, CBD for cannabidiol, but these are all compounds that are found within the plants, and our bodies actually interact with these compounds. Why are we having these reactions to them? It's all because of this system called the endocannabinoid system.
The endocannabinoid system, it's a homeostasis controlling system. Basically is our physiology and how we keep ourselves in balance.
Club,
we have
she needs one of those
endocannabinoid receptors.
Club, she needs one of those. We need to get you a better mic. LOL. I know. Look at Bonbon chewed on this one. Look at Bonbon. Definitely had her way with this mic. Hi, Benjamin Rosh. Welcome to the live stream. We're just laughing at my mic situation. And we're watching a video about cannabinoids and the endocannabinoid system.
There's mostly CB1 and CB2, and they're located throughout the body. CB1 receptors are mostly in the central nervous system and parts of the brain. CB2 receptors are mostly in the peripheral part of the body, in the skeletal system, in the GI tract, and the spleen, and the testes, and the ovaries, and they control a number of other processes. We do make our own endocannabinoids that play a role in the things like mood and appetite and emotion and digestion and inflammation and immunity, but we could also tune up some of that homeostasis if we're lacking it by use of phytocannabinoids,
Phyto.
meaning plant. So we have plant-based cannabinoids, which we all know as marijuana.
Where do all the cannabinoids come from?
Cannabinoids.
CBG, or cannabidiol,
Mother cannabinoid.
CBGA in its form when it's in the plant as an acid, is what we know as the mother cannabinoids. All the cannabinoids come from CBG, and over time, the plant has a gene that converts those cannabinoids, the CBG, into both THC and CBD. In our process, we focus on using the buds, which most of the cannabinoids are within the flower of the plant, and we also use the leaves. But the sticks and stems aren't really useful for extracting cannabinoids.
Right.
In order for us to extract CBD from the plants, we have to first dry the plants. We actually hand harvest every single
It's a lot of work.
And then we hang dry them in our barns, and it takes about 10 days to 2 weeks for them to dry
Winslow
down,
likes the idea,
slowly
Eddie.
cure those cannabinoids, because cannabinoids and terpenes are...
You want me to watch a history documentary? Are you not interested in this? You don't want to learn about cannabinoids? HIIT workouts. Look at that. All of my YouTube search history is there. Let me look up. What should we watch? Okay, we watched kind of all of the things that I had picked out. Okay, I'm fixing my. Okay, let's do this. I'm learning too. Okay, everyone's okay with this. Great.
highly volatile, meaning when they're mixed up or there's heat applied to them, they will dissipate.
Terpenes?
In order to cannabinoids and terpenes are highly volatile, meaning when they're mixed up or there's heat applied to them, they will dissipate. In order to extract the cannabinoids, there are a lot of different ways of extraction depending on what the finished product is. We use what is called ethanol extraction. We basically start first with a wash. We load a bag of ground hemp into a centrifuge, and that's gonna rinse all the hemp leaves in ethanol. And that ethanol will extract the CBD, other cannabinoids, as well as the terpenes, and then it goes into what's called a rotovac. And a rotovac is a slowly circulating vessel. It's over very, very low heat. And that heat slowly evaporates off the ethanol, which then condenses onto the coils. And what's left at the end is just the oils.
Wow. It's like honey.
The difference between a marijuana plant and a hemp plant is the level of THC found in that plant.
It's the same plant.
An industrial hemp plant is identified as a plant that produces less than 0.3% THC.
Pretty low.
A normal marijuana plant has about 15 to 20% THC in it. And sometimes these days you're seeing them up as high as 25 to 30%. So THC is the cannabinoid found in the cannabis plant responsible for giving you that high effect. As humans, we use cannabis recreationally.
Look at that Band-Aid.
But it can also be used medicinally. Because our plants are at less than 0.3%, you won't necessarily get that high feeling. However, the THC that's in there is extremely important for what's known as the entourage effect.
The best way to attract high-ticket coaches...
Oh my God, you guys, I'm so sorry. I have to fix my YouTube. Forgot to do it.
The plant itself has about 500 compounds in it, a couple hundred cannabinoids, and there's also a couple hundred terpenes. It takes all of those, the whole goodness of the plant, to have a maximal benefit.
Terpenes are the smells that we get from plants. Lavender, for example, the terpene that's responsible for the smell of lavender is called linalool. Linalool is found in cannabis. So is something called myrcene, which is found in mangoes, also found in cannabis.
Sedative.
So you're looking for
Sleepy.
terpenes to give you a full spectrum oil as well as cannabinoids. And the most important, I think, for a full spectrum oil is the THC that's in there.
Yes. What are the health benefits?
Just like THC, comes from the flowers, the buds of the plant. And CBD is mainly used for the following 4 things: anxiety, sleep, pain, and inflammation.
Okay.
CBG, just like CBD, can be found right in the plant. We actually have varieties of hemp that are CBG dominant.
Wow.
From our experience with CBG, it
And
gives
that's why
energy.
When I got a CBG, high CBG strain from Sonoma Hills Farm, it really looked like hemp. It looked like more like the buds we're seeing.
CBN
Energy and mental clarity.
is different than CBD and CBG because it doesn't. There isn't a CBN dominant plant. CBN is actually degraded THC. THC oxidizes and converts into CBN. And so if you've ever smoked old weed and you felt tired after, it's probably because the THC has converted into CBN, and CBN has sedating effects. So it makes you more sleepy.
Nothing's 100%. There's no chance of overdose using cannabinoids.
Right.
The part of the brain that controls respiration can be impeded
CBG
by
feels
opioids
so good.
and cause overdose and death.
CBG feels so good. It's like CBD, but even better. Very anti-anxiety. That's good. I feel like those, having now with more research and a bigger industry, I feel like those it's not going to be just THC dominated strains anymore. We're going to see more options for people with different cannabinoid ratios in them.
There's no cannabinoid receptors in that part of the brain. There's opioid receptors in that part of the brain.
Right.
Do cannabinoids work for everyone? I would say the response rate is between 80 and 90% when I certify patients. It's not a lifetime certification. In New York, it's a year at a time, and I'd say 80% of patients recertify. The response is pretty overwhelmingly positive.
If you're thinking about trying out cannabinoid therapies, the first thing I would recommend is reaching out to your doctor, because there are different interactions with different medications that you should be aware of, and hopefully your doctor can help you through that. Everyone's systems respond differently to cannabinoids in general.
Right.
What we recommend is starting low and slow. It takes about a week to start noticing any kind of difference, and we generally recommend taking CBD every single day for a month before making a judgment as to whether or not it works for you. It's not an instant remedy. You're not going to all of a sudden feel like on top of the world after a day of taking it. It takes commitment and it takes routine, and it's something that you...
They say the medulla oblongata is why alligators are so ornery. I didn't know that. That's funny. But Mama says it's because they have all those teeth and no toothbrush.
You have to make sure fits into your life.
That's pretty. Okay. What should we watch next? Let's see. We watched that one, the THC beverage. 1 second. I've got another thing to watch, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Most people have no idea that the best way to make...
Let's shut him up. I'm so sorry, you guys. We'll skip this.
Armed. THC
SWAT.
drinks have become a popular alternative to alcohol in Sioux Falls. If you've been to a local restaurant or even a grocery store, you may have seen them available. Mexican restaurant BB Sol on Phillips Avenue sells a variety of THC drinks.
There is, this big connotation behind it that you're going to feel, loopy or not be able to do anything, but it really is not like that. Of course, everything in moderation, but yeah, people are really loving it.
You must be 21 or older to purchase the drinks. They're legal in South Dakota
Reptile
and in other
brain.
states where recreational marijuana is not allowed because the strain of THC in the drink comes from hemp instead.
Wait. I know I need to do YouTube Premium, okay? It's my bad. Okay. You know, I'm trying to make it so it doesn't cover my mouth. I'm sorry. I'll fix it. I was going to do it before we live stream today, but I forgot to. My bad.
Of marijuana. Let's take our first look at the forecast now. Meteorologist Adam Rutt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. It's a soggy start to the day in many locations, but not necessarily everywhere. A prime example of the latter is in Sioux Falls. We've had a couple of little scattered showers, yes, but nothing as widespread as what they've seen up toward Highway 212, which we'll get to in a minute. 48 with cloud cover over Sioux Falls and by extension Falls Park, an east wind at 13 miles per hour.
Why are we
Compare that
watching
to
a weather
the rain
report?
that we've been seeing in Pierre, 43 with a northeast wind at 6 miles.
Set up shop at the Sioux Falls Convention Center for the Dakota Angler Ice Institute. It's an event for anglers who are eager to get out.
I don't know what I'm watching here, okay? Weather. Was it just that? The hemp drinks? I guess so. I wanted to look up Gavin Newsom. What was it? Avian. This is what I wanted to see. I don't like Fox though. There's a hemp drink story on that video. We watched it. I want to see, which one do I want to watch? Sorry, I'm not in the shot. Government declares state of emergency amid massive fire. Let's see this.
With Monday.com, you can connect your work.
Forgive me. Wait for the 5-day forecast. I'm not doing it. I don't want to watch that anymore.
From ABC7, California has declared a state of emergency in response to the bird flu. Governor Gavin Newsom made the proclamation in order to streamline and expedite the state's response to the virus. This virus has spread to 16 states, and California has reported 34 human cases. That's more than any other state. All infected individuals had exposure to infected cattle, and California also has the greatest number of cattle herds infected.
Infected cattle.
Severe bird flu is confirmed in the U.S. According to the CDC, a Louisiana patient was exposed to sick and dead birds. It's the first case of bird flu in the country linked to the exposure of backyard bird flocks. CDC officials say this shows the virus can sicken people other than those in the poultry and dairy industry. The data shows there have been 61 reported human cases of bird flu in the U.S. since April.
Today, Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency because of bird flu.
That declaration follows an outbreak of the virus among dairy cows in Southern California farms.
Fox 1's Hal Heiser joins us now to expand on the governor's actions. Hal, what does this mean?
Well, that's the question.
Stuart, I worked in Canada. Where'd you work, Stuart?
Something like bird flu. First of all, what is bird flu?
Bird flu is a name given to lots of viruses which belong to a certain group, and they predominantly infect birds.
Dr. Suman Radhakrishna is an infectious disease doctor and says when bird flu gets into humans, and they've seen this particularly in farm workers, the symptoms include pink eye or irritation of the eye, runny nose, congestion, sinus headache.
Some people also get body aches and fever. Some people just feel under the weather and battle it out. But no one, for most part, has been so sick that they have to be admitted to the hospital, except for that one patient in Louisiana.
That patient, according to the CDC, is over 65 with underlying medical conditions. They had severe symptoms. After some cases were detected.
Hi, nosebleed seats, man. Hi.
Governor Newsom declared a state of emergency.
First case of severe.
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. What's up, nosebleed? Hello from NorCal. Where are you in NorCal? I used to live up there. Okay, so this is what I wanted to know about the bird flu. And then I kind of, what else should we research? We were looking up non-alcoholic beverages, and I think we should look up, let me look up something real quick. Nosebleeds Seats Man. I'm in 916, about an hour and change outside the Bay Area. Cool. I used to live in the Bay Area for a very long time. Okay, BRB Winslow, thanks for being here. I'm going to, are mushroom gummies off Instagram safe? I would say no. That's my personal stance on that. I wouldn't buy gummies off of Instagram. Especially not mushroom gummies, but you know. I'm a little more cautious. What was I gonna look up? I'm so high. I'm sorry, everybody. The hot chocolate has hit me. I was down in Anaheim area at Universal Studios earlier this year. Nintendo World rips. Awesome. I haven't been to Nintendo World. I should go. I've been to Disneyland several times, but never, I think, have I been to Nintendo World? I don't think so. I was going to look something up. This mic situation is really shitty, and when I put it on my shirt, you can't really hear me. What can I put it on? Give me a second. Maybe we're going to do this. But it can't be like in my way. We're just going to put it like that. Okay. Okay, I think that works, right? Can you hear me okay? Eddie, that's a song by new model Amy, but I think it is referring to the 51st state being the UK. Wait, I was down in an area Universal Studio. Wait, what? Edmonton and Toronto. Stuart, I used to live in Edmonton. Very cold, very cold. I just learned about who you were for Bon Appetit. Missed that show. Nosebleed Seats Man. Thank you. It was a very fun show. I went to an event last night and so many people were like, your show really inspired me. And I'm like, that's so sweet. It's so cool. I started to light this joint and then I stopped. Light in the joint, light in the joint. Army, yeah. Okay, so I'm glad this is working, right? I don't want to get it in the shot. I'm trying to keep it out of the shot. And I wanted to look up something interesting. Why don't we look up cannabis drinks? Recipes, though. I bet you someone has a good recipe. How to make CBD infused, how to make liquid cannabis cocktail. Making weed cocktails at Gracias Madre in Los Angeles. Let's see this.
Jason Eisner is one of the most creative bartenders I've ever met. Recently, I heard that he's playing around
Am I
with
going to get in trouble?
cannabis.
Eater, I feel like will get me in trouble. That makes me nervous. Can I play that? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'm nervous to play that. I was a 90s teenager. Our idea of cooking with weed was so primitive. You've helped show us the way. Well, thank you. That means a lot to me. And I also, if you didn't know, I don't know if you know, because sometimes I'm not loud enough about it, but I'm going to put this in the chat. My contacts are getting dry. Does that happen to anyone when they smoke? If anyone wears contacts, your contacts, like, because I get dry eyes from the weed. Let's see. I'm going to put this link here. If you want it, you can choose which store to order from. And there's actually this really cute store. This is my cookbook. I just dropped the link in the chat, okay? Nosebleed Seeds Man, in case you didn't know. I wrote a cookbook, how to eat weed and have a good time. I did a lot of lab testing. My goal was to figure out, like, how long does it take to infuse butter? How long does it take in different temperatures? How long does it take to make tincture using different proofs? Like, if you do it for 30 days, does it do anything to the tincture, or are you just like making a more green tincture? So please do. Thank you so much. When you pre-order, it really helps me a lot. It's like the best thing you can do, because the name Bezos and Zuckerberg do not like the name of my book, okay? So I cannot advertise this book at all. So I've been writing letters and telling everybody, Harry Lee, I hope so. I hope you all are spreading the word to every stoner you know. Share the link and just be like, hey, pre-order this book, because if it gets on a bestseller list, then it really will take off, because I know it's just like people need to see it. But I can't advertise it in normal ways because of the title. Like, the Today Show's not going to have me on talking about my book. You know, like, it still has a stigma around it, cannabis. Weed, it's, we kind of live in a bubble. So we're not a small community, we're a growing community, but for like mainstream, it's still taboo. Broad City was funny. Oh, wait. Benjamin Rush. Have you ever seen Broad City? Yes. There's a scene where they make firecracker smoothies. What are your thoughts on the scene? I love that scene. The music is so good. I don't think I can play that, right? I would love to watch that. That would be fun to watch with you. Broad City was the best. Nosebleed Seats Man, best smokers list. Thank you so much. Hopefully best edibles list. I just want people to make good edibles. Let's see what I want to see, like a cannabis drink. Cannabis beverage recipe. Find it on YouTube. Do you think I'll get in trouble for playing Broad City? Broad City firecracker smoothie. Let's see.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around.
I'm gonna turn that off. I'm so sorry. Let me skip this. I'm going to not play any of this because I don't want to get in trouble. Is this the one? Weed drinks. I don't think this is it. This is just them making a smoothie. I think I went to the wrong one. Great comedy. Okay, I'm scared to play Broad City because I feel like they'll get mad at me. Be like, you can't play this content. This is not the show. I don't know what this is. Were we talking Broad City? Okay. I want to look up. Let's watch this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be making cannabis non-alcoholic beverage. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to do is break down my ingredients. So typically when people make cannabis beverage, they're going to use cannabis tincture. And the thing about tincture is majority of the time people use alcohol to make their tincture.
Yeah.
So therefore I won't be using cannabis tincture.
What are you going to use, baby?
Beverage. Instead, we're going to be using this ingredients right here. And this is simple syrup. Once you make your simple syrup, you can use that to infuse any type of beverage. So lemonade, coffee.
But how'd you make your simple syrup?
Alright, so now we're going to put our cannabis in our mason jar and get ready to decarb it. Alright guys, so now we're going to decarb our cannabis. I'm going to put this in the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes. And the oven temperature that I'm going to be using is 240.
Good. You're going to show us. Okay.
My cannabis is now decarb. So now we're going to set the mason.
Okay, wait. Nosebleed Seats, man, you can probably get away with it if you can claim you're reacting to the show.
Jar to the side and start working on the other ingredients. So now we're going to start working on the simple syrup. I'm going to be using 2 cups of water for 1 cup of sugar.
Wait.
So I have my 1 cup of sugar and I'm going to be using 2.5 cups of water. So the reason why I'm using 2.5 cups of water instead of 2 cups evenly is because once I start boiling my water, I'm going to lose some of the water during the boiling process. So just keep that in mind. Now we're going to add the water to the pot.
Okay. YouTube video guy sounds like Eminem. I'm just wondering how is he gonna, I hope he's not gonna just put the weed into the sugar water.
Alright guys, once your sugar is completely dissolved, add your
vegetable glycerin.
I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of vegetable glycerin.
Okay, so this is what I said. Remember I was like, some people use vegetable glycerin. Wait, I'm back. I have a cold, but I have some Tomka spicy soup. Good job, Winslow. That's good to hear. Get the spices on and just like get your sinuses. Do you neti pot? You ever neti pot? Make sure you use like clean water when you neti pot.
Now we're going to add the cannabis.
So it's going to infuse into the glycerin.
Now reduce the temperature to low and let the cannabis simmer for a minimum of 2 hours. So it's been over 2 hours, so now we're going to filter out the cannabis.
I think a simple syrup is a good pretty good application for a glycerin a glycerin extraction. I don't know. I guess I would have to try glycerin again. It doesn't feel like something people have on hand in a home kitchen. So, let's keep watching. Hammerhead says, Winslow, nice. Not nice that you have a cold, but in regards to the soup, yes. Petra says to take magnesium and oil of oregano. And Hammerhead says have a hot toddy. Wow. See, I'd like an infused hot toddy. JL Sanders, 2 hours. Shit, I'd get high and forget about what I was doing. I bet you it doesn't take that long to infuse glycerin. I'd have to run tests on it. I could do that for the club. I don't really cook with it, but... So it got really thick. All that water boiled off. A lot of it. Winslow, you want me to make tamka on the Saturday stream? We can do that. Oh, you know what? Do you want me to, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to do a glycerin whole thing? Try glycerin again? See if I like it? Should we make a different type of, I would like to do like a Thai iced tea would be fun. And see, like that's a drink with fat in it. So you can do a Thai iced tea very easily. Cheesecloth.
So now we just want to squeeze the cheesecloth.
That looks good.
To try to get the maximum amount of simple syrup as possible.
That looks good. Sure, please. Which one would you like? What are you saying sure, please to? Ooh, Thai iced tea is a super idea. Yeah, I think that would be really tasty.
All right, guys, my cannabis simple syrup
looks good.
Is now done. So at this point, we can now infuse our beverage. So let's get into it.
What did he mix that into? I'm stoned, you guys. I don't know what he did. Tippity tap tap.
I just want y'all to see how my sweet tea look.
Oh, iced tea, sweet tea.
Syrup to it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to infuse my Powerade. So let's get into it.
Powerade. Wow. He's all, I want to be hydrated. Hydrate.
I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of simple syrup to our Powerade.
Wow. He's trying to show how versatile it is.
Alright guys, my Powerade is now infused with the cannabis, and you can't even tell that I added anything to it. It looked just like Powerade. It doesn't even look like cannabis infused Powerade, which is great.
Very cool. We'll subscribe. I love his music. Yeah, he's cool. I wonder what other recipes he has. How and why to use lecithin in edibles.
What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. So today I will be talking about the purpose of lecithin and also how to use lecithin in your edibles. So let's get into it. So lecithin is an emulsifier. So what it does is bind all the ingredients together. So according to research, what lecithin does is increase the bioavailability of the cannabinoids. So your body will metabolize more cannabinoids.
So I want to see that research. Like, where is that? Some lecithin mason jars. I want to see like research that shows that. I've seen that research that shows that lecithin helps increase the absorption of vitamin E. We'll keep watching.
And terpenes, which will have an effect on your edibles. Also, lecithin will help improve the shelf life of your product. So remember, lecithin will help bind your ingredients together. So without using lecithin, your ingredients may separate. So when should you use lecithin? I use lecithin when I'm making cannabis capsules, cannabis butter,
Canna butter.
and cannabis oil.
Really?
All right, guys. So I got 3 different types.
See, I would use a lecithin for like a drink that doesn't have fat in it, but I don't really like lecithin.
The lecithin here. To my far right, we have the powder. In the middle, we have the granule, and then we have our liquid. All right, now that you are informed on the purpose of lecithin and how to use lecithin, let's go ahead and add our lecithin to our recipe. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you exactly step by step on how to use lecithin. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so the first thing you need to do before adding the lecithin is decarb your cannabis. So what I'm going to do...
Okay, wait, I've got something. We'll come back to this. Dietary fats and pharmaceutical lipid excipients increase systemic exposure to orally administered cannabis and cannabis-based medicines. There's been an escalating interest in the medicinal use of cannabis sativa in recent years. Cannabis is often administered orally with fat-containing foods or in lipid-based pharmaceutical preparations. However, the impact of lipids on the exposure of patients to cannabis components has not been explored. Therefore, the aim of this study is to elucidate the effect of oral co-administration of lipids on the exposure of 2 main active cannabinoids, delta-9, THC, and CBD. In this study, oral co-administration of lipids enhanced the systemic exposure of rats to THC and CBD by 2.5-fold and 3-fold, respectively, compared to lipid-free formulations. In vitro lipolysis was conducted to explore the effect of lipids in the intestinal solubilization of cannabinoids. More than 30% of THC and CBD were distributed into micellar fraction following lipolysis, suggesting that at least 1/3 of the administered dose will be available for absorption following co-administration with lipids. So both cannabinoids showed very high affinity for artificial CM-like particles as well as for rat and human CM, suggesting high potential for intestinal lymphatic transport. Moreover, comparable affinity of cannabinoids for rat and human CM suggests that similar increased exposure effects may be expected in human. In conclusion, co-administration of dietary lipids or pharmaceutical lipids excipients has the potential to substantially increase the exposure to orally administered cannabis and cannabis-based medicines. The increase in patient exposure to cannabinoids is of high clinical importance as it could... Okay, blah, blah, blah. So that doesn't have anything to do with fucking lecithin. 1 second. There we go. Preparation of association of cannabinoids with artificial like lipid particles in natural rat and human Preparation of artificial lipid particle emulsions. Intralipid 20% was used as a source of lipid particles as emulsion of lipid particles that are composed of lecithin, soybean, triglycerides, and glycerin. Although natural CM have more complex... What the fuck is this? Large triglyceride-rich lipoproteins produced by enterocytes from dietary lipids, namely fatty acids and cholesterol. Are composed of a main central lipid core that can... Oh, interesting. Absorb fat-soluble vitamin and carry fats and cholesterol from the small intestine into the bloodstream. Is anyone here? Am I boring everyone? I'm sorry. I went down a tunnel Let's keep watching. I was trying to find something about lecithin.
Now I'm going to put this in the oven for about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. And the oven temperature that I'm going to be using is 240. So let's get into it.
Decarb. Sorry.
Alright guys, our cannabis is now decarb. So now we're going to add our carrier oil. So for your carrier oil, you can use coconut oil, butter, hemp oil, olive oil, but you need some type of fat to bind with your cannabis. For this demonstration, I'm going to be using coconut oil. So let's get into it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add the coconut oil to the mason jar.
Making munchies. What are you making?
To your mason jar, add your lecithin. So since I'm using less than 2 cups of coconut.
I'm trying to find other things that talk about this. Does anyone? MCT is the best. Have you ever used a duck fat infusion? I did. I'm sure we did on Bon Appetit. I'm sure we infused duck fat. But I don't eat too much duck fat. Easy tacos. Yum, I want tacos. That sounds really good. Duck fat sounds delicious. It does sound delicious. I want to find like a study. Let's see this. Boo, 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 boo. Let's see this. Abstract. The poor physiochemical properties of CBD hamper its clinical development. The aim of this review was to examine the literature to identify novel oral products and delivery strategies for CBD while assessing their clinical implications and translatability. Evaluation of the blah, 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 blah. Our primary focused on lipid-based and emulsion solutions or encapsulations which improve the overall PK of CBD. Pharmacokinetics. I think that's how a drug works on a. There's PK and what the body does to a drug, and then there's PD, pharmacodynamics, which is PK is the movement of drugs through the body, whereas PD is the body's biological response to drugs. Okay. Breeze Tones is back. Ocha Nomu is back. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Vanessa wants tacos. That's how you know she's a real cannabis connoisseur or cannabis educator. I would love tacos right now. Oh, should I get tacos? Okay, so PK, PD. Hi, Winslow. Oh, you're saying hi to everybody else. I get it. All right, we learned about that. Where did we go? Oh, wait, here we are. Some emulsion formulations demonstrate more rapid systemic delivery. Variability in the PK effects of different oral CBD products is apparent across species. Several novel administration routes exist for CBD delivery that may offer promise for specific indications. For example, intranasal administration and inhalation allow quick delivery. Yeah, it's got a lot of blood vessels there. Quick delivery of CBD to the plasma and the brain, so passing the blood-brain barrier, whereas transdermal and transmucosal administration routes deliver CBD systemically more slowly. There are limited but promising data on novel delivery routes such as intramuscular and subcutaneous. Very limited data show that CBD is generally well distributed across tissues and that some CBD products enable increased delivery of CBD to different brain regions. Where's the lecithin? I always think I'm like finding something. Emulsion base, oral. Okay, what is this chart? Okay, how it's taken, dose, got it. Vehicle, formulation. What does this mean? Rat. Oh no. This is way too complicated here. T-max. Interesting. So T-max is blah blah blah, dose normalized. This is very confusing. Are you gonna have sesh next week? Let's see. Next Wednesday is Christmas. I'm supposed to go to a friend's for like a brunch, but maybe. I feel like no one's gonna be here. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna be really sad on Christmas, like sitting alone in a club. You know, I'll do a Saturday, but I think probably next Wednesday. I don't know. I'll let you know. We can all vote on it in the club, but I need people to show up because I would be super sad. Okay, so this is this. I want to look up. Let's look up. These are just different lipid types. Oh, if people do join, though, they'll be happy to have something to do. You should take off. Okay, I'm going to think about it. I'll get back to you guys. I can't find a lecithin increase cannabinoid absorption study, like research. I don't want like some article from do. Yeah, these are all opinion pieces. Anyway, Thursday might be better. People could share their canna presents. That's true. My family's all out of town on Christmas. I'm talking about myself. Winslow will be here. I am alone for Christmas this year. I love talking to you. Thank you, Petra. That's really sweet. Uh-oh, the stream is choppy. Lag. I don't know what to do. I'm not doing anything. I don't think I have. Let me close that. Oops. We're gonna save and close this, and hopefully this helps. Is that any better? Let's look up let's watch this. It was a UFO flying over. Should we watch that? You guys, I really fucked up by not resubscribing to YouTube Premium. Let me do. I can probably do it right now. Let me skip this lady. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. Let me do this really quickly. And then it will stop. Oh, wait. One second. BRB. I should get some more water while I'm up. All right. Homogenize. They also help homogenize. Oh, wow. Lecithin is crazy looking molecule. Let's look at it. I want to pause this because I want to make crab cakes. For Madame Dram, thank you so much for becoming an edibles producer. Oh my God, chat, it's Michelle's birthday tonight. Oh my God, what? Where's Michelle? I don't see Michelle. Is it in the group chat on the club? Let me look. My B-Day dinner will be in full effect. Oh my God, happy birthday, Michelle. I was wondering where you were, but I didn't want to, like, you know, people have lives. It's your birthday. Awesome. Kim, I got a bottle of Delta 9 syrup and want to use it to make edibles. I was thinking about adding it to cookie batter. Any suggestions would be appreciated. Delta 9 syrup. I'll have to, like a simple syrup? Okay, I gotta answer these later. This is my group chat for the Patreon. Stuart, the sesh means I'm getting Taco Bell delivered. Oh my God, you're gonna order Uber Eats? Happy birthday, Michelle, says Breeze Tones. Yes, I hope she watches this later and sees us wishing her happy birthday. Are you sure you want to leave? Yeah. Let's go. Oh. Winslow, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like art. Cool. An example of phosphatidylcholine, a type of phospholipid in lecithin, shown in red. I wonder how that connects to the THC molecule. Winslow says, happy birthday, Michelle. Yeah. Okay, let's watch this crab cake, okay? We should be good on commercials at this point.
And half a cup of pickle relish. Before we get started on making the crab cakes, I want to make the tartar sauce so that it has time to chill and all the flavors can meld.
Okay, infused tartar sauce
together. So to make the tartar sauce, you'll need 1 cup of mayonnaise and half a cup of pickle relish. Growing up, my mom always made tartar sauce with jarred relish, so that's what I'm used to and how I make it most often today. My mom also used sweet pickle relish, though I do prefer regular dill pickle relish as it's less sugary and a bit more pickly, but you could use either. You could also grab a jar of baby dill pickles and finely dice them until you have about a half a cup's worth of finely diced dill pickles. It's really up to you on which pickle approach you prefer, but once you've decided,
I said happy birthday in the chat. I already said happy birthday in the chat, Eddie.
Next, you'll need 2 tablespoons of finely diced shallot, though you can use regular onion as well. I just personally love the slightly garlicky flavor of shallot, and since I'm also adding about a 1/4 cup of shallot to the crab cakes, I'll just dice up a whole bunch of it all at once, but add the 2 tablespoons amount to the tartar sauce for now. Then add 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice and Worcestershire salt or sea salt and ground black pepper to taste. Give that a stir until it's all combined and then place it in the fridge until you're done making the crab cakes and ready to serve everything all up together. So to make the crab cakes, add 2 large eggs to a mixing bowl along with 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard,
easy to infuse,
1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce,
1
teaspoon of fresh lemon juice,
These are a good edible.
Of Old Bay seasoning. And if you don't have Old Bay seasoning, I have some tips for swaps on my blog post, and a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt.
Yeah.
Whisk that together for a minute or two until it emulsifies and it's fully blended.
There you go.
In terms of the crab, you'll need 1 pound of lump crab meat, and I usually buy this one at Whole Foods, though sometimes they carry a crab cake blend as well, which usually just has more finely shredded pieces and less bigger chunks. Either one works, though I do try to avoid canned crab meat with preservatives, as it just won't have that same fresh flavor.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky enough to live along the coast and can get really fresh crab, well, lucky you, because it's...
Wait, what is... By the way, Madame Dram is boss if she's around. Yeah, yes. Do you guys know what Madame Dram did? Madame Dram is a year edibles producer. So you can go and look on my Patreon and see what that is. So we are going, crab cakes is going to be a recipe because that is what Madame Dram wants infused next, was pescatarian dish. And I think crab cakes is a really nice edible because it's portionable. So, you know, you can say what everybody's
obviously
getting.
The best option. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, Maryland-style crab cakes have very little filler. So add just 1/2 cup of almond flour. Panko breadcrumbs are traditionally used, but the almond flour has a great texture, and it's my preference as I'm gluten-free. Then add a 1/4 cup of finely diced shallot and a 1/4 cup of freshly chopped parsley for a pop of green and fresh herby flavor. If you don't have parsley, you could also use chives if you happen to have them on hand. But once that's all in the bowl, use a spoon to mix it together until that sauce that was on the bottom is well mixed.
We'll watch a lobster roll after this.
That's our binder, and we want to make sure everything is well coated. Heat a couple tablespoons of olive oil in a pan over medium heat and take about a 1/4 cup's worth of the mixture and form it into a patty with your hands, then place it in the pan. Now do note that because there's not a lot of filler in these crab cakes and because I use chunky lump crab, they are a bit more fragile in terms of staying together.
That's a nice crispy.
But I find that once you cook the first side, they do stay together pretty well.
Yeah.
Just be a little gentle when you're flipping them. They'll need to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and when they're nice and golden, you can flip them over, cook the other side, and then remove them to a plate. And you'll repeat this process with another batch.
Sprinkle
until
with a little
all the crab
salt.
cake mixture is cooked. Now, because my mom always fried her crab cakes, that's how I've historically made mine as well, because monkey see, monkey do. But
JL Sanders, this crab cake video made me think of a TikTok that was a seafood boil for dogs. Has anyone seen this video? I have not seen that video. It sounds awesome though.
if you'd like to bake your crab cakes in the oven, you can do that also. Just place them on a parchment-lined baking tray in a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, or until they're nicely browned. Then flip them over and cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. Either method works, so it's really up to you. When you're done, you should have these beautifully golden crab cakes, and I serve them up with a very generous amount of the tartar sauce because that homemade tartar sauce is incredibly delicious, and I like to dollop lots of it on the crab cakes. You can also get fancy and garnish your platter with fresh parsley and lemon slices, or serve up some lemon slices on another plate on the side. This is such a simple recipe, and if you do use the almond flour, it keeps it as a high protein, low carb recipe, if that's your approach. I honestly do not count calories or macros.
Well, I don't care. Cheerful music. I'm hungry now. Me too.
In some areas of the country, they fight over.
I'm still scarred from sea monkeys. I like Virginia blue crab. I don't think I've had Virginia blue crab. I know I haven't. They have Old Bark seasoning. It's like Old Bay, but for the pups. That's funny. That's really cute.
Barbecue, or whether to put beans in a bowl of chili. Well, here in New England,
Let's
we
hear it.
bring out the dukes and we hash it out over lobster rolls. Do you like it hot? Do you like your lobster roll cold? Well, Ashley's here. She's bringing the hot.
What do you
debate.
guys think?
I am.
Hot or
So
cold?
I grew up here in New England, so we're really lucky because lobsters are readily available, and because of that, they're really affordable. So
Yum.
we were able to eat lobsters quite often. So today we're going to make some hot buttered lobster rolls.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start with 3 1.5
Look at those guys.
lobsters. But if you can't find live lobsters, which we do prefer, go ahead and get the frozen lobster tail.
Hi, Madam
You can use
Tram.
about 8 4 to 5 ounce lobster tails, and you can find that recipe for reducing the cooking time on our website. You're going to notice I have a larger stock pot over
Oysters
here.
Rockefeller.
And this is
Let's
important
watch
because
that.
In order to get the full
Let's
amount
watch
of
this
lobsters
first,
we
then
need
let's
for
go
this
to
recipe,
Oysters
you
Rockefeller,
need the
okay?
tall stock pot. Otherwise, you can't fit the 3 1.5 pounders in there.
Okay, so it's 3 1.5 pounders makes 4
Garlic
rolls?
butter,
4
says
lobster rolls,
Alex.
And they are pretty on the...
Good.
Petra doesn't like
I had
lobster.
a few skimpy lobster.
I know,
Petra says no lobster.
no time for those. So again, 6 quarts of water boiling. I have 3 tablespoons of table salt.
Okay.
Here. So you'll notice they're not moving around too much. I just stuck them in the freezer just for a bit, just to help them go to sleep. And I'm gonna
Hot.
keep them claw.
Are those alive? That's
Side
really sad. She should kill them first.
Cover is on. I'm going to reduce the heat down to medium-low, and I'm going to cook the lobsters for 10 minutes. It's not a lot of time.
It is not a lot of time.
And that's on purpose.
You'll have the answer.
Cheerful music.
Okay, it's been 10 minutes. I am going to take...
Wait. So, P.D. Anderson says, lobster rolls must be served warm, dripping with drawn butter. That sounds great to me. Let me move this a little bit. And let me read more of these
the
comments.
lobsters out of the stock pot. They aren't fully...
No. Sorry, you guys. I'm getting confused because I see my...
In some areas of the country, they fight over barbecue or whether to put beans in a bowl of chili.
No, we already
Well,
watched
here in New England.
Minutes. It's not a lot of time.
Not a lot of time. There
The
they are, dead.
lobsters out of the stock
Dead
pot. They aren't
lobsters.
fully cooked at this point, and that is intentional.
All right.
I'm going to let these...
Breezetown says, okay, Alex says baked clam chowder. Stuart says hot. Breezetown says baked clam chowder sounds great. I love clam chowder. Breezetown says this roll done with langoustine yabby is way better. Okay.
These hang out here
I
on
have
the rim
to
baking
take your
sheet
word for it.
about
Ooh.
10 minutes. And when you go to those lobster pounds, they have those beautifully lightly browned, toasted, buttery buns.
Yes.
Now, I have a couple tablespoons of butter, and I'm just going to brush the butter evenly
outside
on the outside.
These are not hot dog buns.
You're right.
Why?
They're split tops. And
Wait,
then
why-
I'm just going to toast them in the nonstick skillet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to let these go until lightly browned on both sides.
Yum.
All right, we have our lobsters that have been cooling for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I like to start by twisting the tail first.
Oh, you're a tail and thorax twister, are you?
I'm a tail thorax kind of girl.
Ew.
And then I go
Sorry.
for a claw, give a little twist, and then these.
She got some on her eye.
Gateway to learning to love lobster. If you have any friends, family,
She's got it on
kids
her eye.
that are just like, what is that?
But
This
she's
is
not
how
gonna
you get
stop.
those mouths to enjoy. Okay, you can use a rolling pin
Yep.
and roll out the entire piece of meat. So let's get the knuckles.
Yes.
Twist. All right.
Wow.
And right now I'm going to use the kitchen shears. You also could use
Let's
those
hit the like
lobster
button.
crackers if you have those. But this
Wait, help
does
me?
a really great job because, as I said, it's a little bit cleaner and safer than using the back of a sharp chef's knife.
Yeah, I've done that. I've used the back of a sharp chef's knife.
The chatter you think is cheesy, Winslow? Breezetones, you smashed my like button on this live stream. Oh, I think I got a notification. Someone said, Hookstergram said, you are amazing on the woods, the post I just put on YouTube, my short. This looks good. I want to eat lobster. Yum.
Okay, this is
the tail.
kind of my show off moment. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to pretend I'm a chiropractor.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the tail
No.
on its side. And then
50
put a little
reasons.
pressure.
Another reason not
the
to go to
palm
a
of your hand.
chiropractor.
Now,
All those juices.
use those shears again. If you have shrimp shears, you could use them here, but we've already dirtied our kitchen shears, so I'm gonna keep going. Cut right down that soft cartilage.
Crack it open. Get it off.
All right.
I'm gonna show my way. I've always done the scissors on either
She's
side.
like, I can do this too, lady. Not lady. She wanted to say something else.
Kind of like taking a chicken back out.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
She's like, you're not doing it right. See, your way's not as good as mine.
Just wiggle it out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ta-da! And now I'm gonna cut the lobster meat into 3/4-inch pieces.
Okay.
All right, running my knife
They're kind
right
of
down the center
competitive, you know what I
the
mean?
tail. 3/4-inch pieces.
I would eat
I'm
the
gonna
shit out
finish
of this.
Cutting the lobster, and then we can finish cooking it.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna put the hot buttered back in
Hot
the lobster
butter.
roll
So
right
we could
now.
put
So
some
I've
weed
got
butter
6
in.
tablespoons of butter melting
Weed butter.
on medium low, and I'm gonna add 1 small minced shallot. And we're only gonna cook this just until heated through, because I'm also gonna add the lobster.
Madam Dram says, good call on the Tomka. I agree. And something spicy. You gotta eat some spicy, get your sinuses cleared, you know? And Harry Lee Dram, I'll work for you any day. Oh my God, I love it. It's all happening. Winslow says, thank you. I'm gonna ask my chiropractor to fix me like I'm a lobster and like what? Like crack your juices out of you. Breeze Tones agrees with me. Competitive tension indeed. I think so. Stuart, we should have seafood week or month. Yeah, we can do a bunch of seafood recipes. Let's have the club vote on it.
Lobster meat from earlier, and a 1/4
What are you
teaspoon
doing?
of some salt. So I'm going to cook the lobster right now along with the shallot for about 2 minutes, just until it's heated through. And that is going to finish cooking the lobster.
That's why you undercooked it.
And that is why I undercooked it. When you're in Maine, you order a lobster roll, the last thing you want is an overcooked lobster roll.
Yes. Right,
So this is going to
rubbery.
ensure that it's not overcooked.
Right.
2 minutes on this, and then we're going to fill the buns. I'm going to
Fill the
transfer
buns.
evenly the lobster meat into our toasted buns.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
I'm really looking
so
forward to this.
stoned.
I do have to say,
I want to eat the
that I'm
shit
an
out of
equal
this.
opportunity lobster roll lover.
Yeah.
I like the cold, you know, with the mayonnaise. Hot buttered lobster roll. It's like you get
Hot
all
buttered.
the glory of ordering a lobster
Fuck.
without the work.
In a
Yes.
bun.
You did it all.
Right. All right, I'm going to load
Right.
these babies up. Oh
Shit.
my goodness. It's just,
This looks so good.
oh my goodness. So I have 2 teaspoons of some minced chives.
Beautiful.
And we have lemon wedges.
Come to me.
Look, there's chives on it. What are you talking about? P.D. Anderson, weed butter might kill the flavor of that beautiful lobster meat. It depends on the weed butter you're making. My weed butter would be just fine. Restones, this is why I'm suggesting other protein. Dryness. Dryness? I think this looks fucking great to me. I would eat that.
Cheers to you.
I would eat that. Yes. Look at them.
Oops. That lobster meat is perfectly cooked.
They love it.
This is so juicy and tender.
Yeah. it just melts
Juicy.
in your mouth.
And all that butter.
Oh, the butter.
The butter.
And the shallot, it
Yes.
does. It adds that little bit of sweetness, and it's just in the background. It's not overwhelming.
I know. I want
It's
it.
perfect lobster roll.
So good.
This is incredible. Thanks, Ash.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Ash.
Well,
Maybe they
wherever-
do. She's like, at first she was like, they weren't. They were competitive. And then I think after they ate it, I think they were just hungry. They were hangry. And then they ate this, ate this lobster roll. And I think they fell in love again. That was a look of love. Okay. So that's the lobster roll. We were going to look up oysters Rockefeller. Okay, let's watch this. I don't want a poor man's Dollar Tree. Poor man's. Should we watch the poor man's one? Let's watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
If you're not a fan of oysters but always wanted to give it a try, I suggest you.
Oh, I definitely can't do that. This is a short, so they're using things. Let's not do that. How to make oysters That looks fucking
Oysters
yum.
Rockefeller, you've had them, but have you ever made them? I've got the perfect recipe.
Thanks, Nicole.
First step is to take our oysters that have been cleaned and place them in a stock pot, pour in some beer and enough water just to cover the oysters, add a couple cloves of garlic, peppercorn.
Do you guys think this music is okay? Food brings people together. You're right, Winslow.
And seasoned salt, and bring this to a boil. The purpose of this step is to incorporate a little bit of flavor from the beginning, but also make it easier for the shells to crack open, and then we can just take the tops off and fill them with our delicious sauce. Once they come to a boil, remove them from the heat, drain them, and let them cool. Once the oysters are cool enough to handle, break off and discard the top shell. You don't want to let them boil really for longer than 30 seconds or so.
Okay.
Because then they're just going to be like steamed, roasted oysters. They're already going to be fully cooked before we even put them in the oven. You want them to still be mostly
I see.
Now, for the
great tip. You're really only boiling them to open the shells. You're not boiling them to cook the oysters through here. It's just to open the shells because they're going to continue to cook when they cook in the oven when you bake them.
The sauce, the Rockefeller sauce. If you see anything that has the name Rockefeller in it, it's generally going to have spinach in it. The spinach represents the money and the wealth of Mr. Rockefeller himself. Start by melting
Love
the
it.
butter.
I love
Once the
this
butter is
history.
melted, I'm going to just
We should
saute
infuse
some onion
oysters
and a little bit of garlic.
Rockefeller. I love
Just
it.
cook that until it's nice and soft. This recipe actually calls for frozen spinach, but I think this is the perfect time to use fresh if you have it. It's not going to really alter the recipe. We're going to add this in while the onions are sauteing, and once your spinach is cooked down, I'll add in the other ingredients. Now that the spinach is cooked, I'm adding in the cheeses. I've got Monterey Jack, some mozzarella,
Yum.
and creamy, delicious fontina. This is a little bit
Fontina.
of a twist onto the classic, making these oysters super cheesy and delicious.
Yum.
I'll just cook this while stirring until the cheese is all melty.
I'll
Then
do a
stir in
fish
the milk,
series.
salt,
You've
and
got it. Let's go
Look at this.
fishy. Yum.
Look at that. This would taste good just spooned over toast, but let's top the oysters.
That looks awesome.
I'll take this delicious sauce. I'm going to spoon
Little
it
goober
over
in
these
there.
oysters, just filling the shell.
We
and
can
sprinkle them
just
with the
take
breadcrumbs.
a little scoop. Make sure each one has the same amount of that cheesy.
Once these are topped with breadcrumbs, I'm going to pop them in the oven now, 425 degrees for just about 8 minutes, or
Yes.
until they're just bubbly, gooey, and
Yum.
delicious.
And
We just created a fancy dinner party right here.
look at how
They're
chic that
perfect
is.
as is, or you can brighten them up.
Little
with a
lemon,
juice.
yes please. Little hot sauce, you got it.
Yes,
that little baby, yum. I want to go to her house. Yes.
If you've got a special occasion
Let's
coming
make
up, this
those.
is 5-star rated Oysters Rockefeller.
Yum. That looked awesome. I want to eat those. Okay, someone said clams casino recipe. Let's watch something. I'm getting hungry. Where is a good one? I want a video. I don't want a short because I don't. Bye, Petey Anderson. See you later. Thanks for hanging out in the club sesh. How to make clams casino. Wait, let's see this guy. This guy looks funny. Let's watch him.
Hello everybody, today
Hello.
we make clams casino. For the ingredients
Bravo.
we got it. Clams.
Yes.
I need the
Beautiful.
shallot. Garlic.
Beautiful.
Bacon.
Yes.
Sweet pepper.
Yes.
And I need bread crumb. And over here I keep the water for the clam juice.
Okay.
Maybe you need the one you got all the mix. Now I got 3 over here to show everybody the way I clean and I open. Now, this is the clams. You wash a little bit
Bye.
and you open it with a knife. And like this.
And crack it open.
After with a knife, you go inside on the top.
Cut it
and
clean.
Now, the best thing to do, maybe you got a little shell over here when you open. And what I do, you wash a
Il
little bit.
flottante.
If for the clams casino, make sure to loosen up the clams. You got a big.
We'll look
when
that
you
up
eat,
next.
You don't got to scrape inside.
Okay.
That's the way I do. Now this I throw away the water.
I love him.
I got water over there. Make sure open the clams with a little bowl and keep the water. Maybe when you do, you need a little water to mix all the stuff you gotta mix for the clams casino. Now I got one more. Now I want to show you something else. A lot of time it's so hard to open for the front. And what do like this.
Open
you see
it.
over here? The back.
I used to do this with my grandpa.
Put the knife and you
pop it.
And you open up. Okay? And make sure the clams
Wow,
you gotta
beautiful.
be loose like this. When you eat like that. Really, really good. Okay, now we start with the bacon. And I cut the piece like that.
Wow, big. Big chunks.
I need the two like this. Okay, now pick it up. Yeah,
You
put it
guys, I'm
back
so hungry now.
on this dish.
And I don't want crudité.
Now I need more bacon. It's for the stuff that we gotta do with the pepper, the shallot, and the garlic. And we cut it. And now this you gotta be
Make
cut
it
a
smaller.
small piece. Now we gotta do the garlic.
Smash
and we
it
chop
up.
really thin the garlic too.
Bravo.
Now we cut the shallot. And the shallot you gotta cut small pieces too, the same like I did the garlic. Okay, now we chop the sweet pepper and we slice like that.
Nice.
Small piece, but after you gotta be really small. Yeah, I gotta cut a cube. Now we put a little green. Okay, now we start to put the gas on the spots. I want to saute.
I love this
bacon.
man
And
immediately.
this
I
bacon
totally
gotta
agree. He's
go
awesome.
really slow. If the gas, gotta be too high. I want the bacon to come nice crispy. Okay, now on this other.
Stuart says they just opened a New Haven pizza place in North Hollywood. Their specialty is white clam pizza. Can't wait to try it. Yum. Sounds so good. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Breeze Tones. Thank you. Eddie Moretti, New Haven pizza is really special. What's so special about it?
Parts, I gotta saute everything. And we start to saute the bacon. Now this bacon, it's a chopped
Oil
really
renders
small.
oil. Fat renders fat. Alex, you should make an infused sesame seed chili oil. Yes, we can do that. I did an infused chili oil for the cookbook. I think chili oil is a great infusion. Really, like that's the way. Condiments are great infusions.
And now you put a garlic.
Clam pizza.
Now we put a shallot.
Yum.
Now the pepper. Now we gotta leave it cook a little more. Okay, you gotta
little
come
more.
the pepper nice soft.
Yum.
Okay, now the bacon we turn to the other side. Look how beautiful. Okay, the bacon is ready. I put it right on this dish over here.
So you didn't
I wanna
totally
show
render
you now
all the
this is
fat.
The bacon, it got a good taste. Okay, what I do, I put it right over here.
Get that fat in there.
All right, good. Now it's time for the breadcrumb. And we saute the breadcrumb
I
together.
love him. I love.
Oh, it smells so good. And the bacon I put over here.
I want to
together.
cook with him.
Oh, really, really good. Okay, now this, it's done. And now we leave it cool off a little bit. Okay. I cool off now this. See, it's a little thick. And like I say, they keep the water for the clams.
To moisten the crumbs.
Make sure the strain really
Why
good.
not?
You see how nice
Flavor.
clean?
flavor.
Okay, you gotta strain it before you use it again. And I put a little bit.
Poco,
And
poco.
now mix everything.
Ooh, coconut
give a
shrimp.
good taste because this is the clams, the water. Now it's the time of stuff the clams. But on this part, you gotta go in the oven. I got a sea salt. And the sea salt, I put over here on the bottom.
Interesting.
And we spread all over the place.
So the bottoms don't.
Cause when I put the clams, it stay right and no move. And we start the like
Oh,
this.
that's so smart.
Each one.
I love
And
that.
I put the stuffed
Bravo.
right on the top, like that. And each clams, you put a piece bacon right on the top, like this.
Yes.
And we put it right over here.
Okay.
Okay, now it's all full. It's the last one. And we got real open over here. Okay, baby.
Wow.
Look at that. And
Those
now
look
you gotta
great.
go in the oven.
Okay,
After I
Bonbon.
put it in the oven and this, you know what I gotta do? I want a nice glass of wine. Now it's a 450 the oven. And let's go inside about 10 minutes. Oh, look how beautiful it look. Okay. Okay, 10 minutes. And let's see my Clemens Casino.
Wow.
Oh,
Put
look
a
how
bees.
beautiful.
I gotta
Look
see
how
some.
nice. I'm so happy because now, hey, now I got the Clemens Casino. With this wine, it goes really good. Okay, now I want to test.
Of course
And we
you
take
do.
one,
Yeah.
two.
Okay.
It's okay, I take it two
This
for
looks
now.
good.
I have
Green
to. No
Queen
worry.
420. Hello.
Okay, we need a nice fork. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, look at the clams, are nice.
I love him. Yeah. You go.
Really, really good.
I love it.
Salute e cin cin ad everybody. Cin cin.
Chin
Salute.
chin. Salute. So good. Love him. We already subscribed. Okay, someone else, coconut shrimp. Should we watch another one from him? I feel like we have to.
Hello, everybody. Today we will make a fried.
Hello,
coconut.
everybody.
For the ingredients, we got a shrimp, Mayoya baby hot pepper, eggs, flour, coconut flake, panko bread, avocado, peaches, and shallot. And we got oil, salt, black pepper, lime, and cilantro. Okay, now I want to put a little black pepper on this over here.
Wow.
Black pepper on the flour.
Wow.
And black pepper on the eggs. And now we put a little salt. And
Little salt.
over here on the flour. The
Season
salt
everything.
on the eggs. And now the eggs I gotta scramble a little bit. Okay, now we started with the shrimp, the flour, eggs, everything over here with the bread, everything. Now the start, I want to mix the flour first, got the salt and black pepper, and I want to mix this together, everything.
Everything. So you got the.
Okay.
Okay.
And now we start with the shrimp, and we
Okay.
put shrimp on the flour,
Love it.
like this.
Yes.
And we take one by one, and I put
So at this point, I feel like. Hi, Michelle. Did you see your birthday wishes? It's only 6:44 my time. I usually stay on till like 7:20. You know, I'm gonna get some food. I'm basically making myself super hungry, and we all wished you a happy birthday because we saw in the group chat. Eddie saw in the group chat that it was your birthday. So happy birthday! Bonbon, say happy birthday. It's Michelle's birthday. Say happy birthday. Look at the camera. Say happy birthday. She's like, stop it. What did you have for dinner? Give us the deets. How was your birthday dinner? We're watching what's his name? Orsara's fried coconut shrimp recipe.
Right over here. The eggs.
Getting ideas for edibles.
And we take the rest of the shrimp.
She is tired. She's like, let's go to bed.
Flour. And we put everything together over here with the eggs.
I love him. Cara Carey, happy birthday, Michelle.
Now we mix all together.
My husband made me sketty. It's my favorite, and I always eat too much of it. Oh my God. I get that. I love to eat pasta. Bonbon. Go lay down. Okay, let's keep watching. Tosses it in the
eggs,
egg.
It got a beautiful color. Look at this, how beautiful. Nice.
Nice. I love
Good.
it.
And now we take the
Oh
shrimp.
yeah, baby.
And we put it right over here.
And your
Nice.
panko.
Like that. And we pick it up.
Breeze Tones
one by
plating up the
one,
desserts
and we
now,
put it
chef.
back on this
Wow.
dish over here. Like that. And we do
Wow.
all the shrimp the same I did this one over here. Okay, now first thing we check the oil. I got my toothpick over here and let's check. Okay, see bubble? Now this oil, it's a peanut oil. It's really good for fry. And now we start the shrimp.
Peanut
And we
oil.
start to put
Very
one
good
by
for
one.
frying.
When you cook,
Very
make
expensive.
Sure that you don't
Come
burn
here.
yourself. Now this,
Yum.
you gotta be for 2 minutes.
Come here.
Make sure 2 minutes this is be ready. All right, look how beautiful.
Wow. I would infuse a sauce.
Okay, look how beautiful it looks. The best thing when you cook home, it's not.
He's
I
funny.
like,
He
I
is
like
funny.
To cook home with the shrimp, with the fish, everything. Well, I cook home. I'm a chef. Hey, I like to cook home like this. I know what I taste. Hey, look how beautiful now. Nice crunchy with this.
He's funny.
A nice glass of wine. After like that, drink a little bit more wine.
I think you might drink a little too much wine.
The shrimp look how beautiful, look nice, crunchy.
Oh, let's look at that next. I see you, Breeze Tones. I see you.
Alright. And this one, it was a fly away from me. Come over here, baby. Okay,
I'd eat
God,
that.
I want to miss you.
Those look
now
great.
It's the time to put the rest. Okay, now this is 2 minutes.
I would
and
eat
let's
this.
Take it out. Look how beautiful look at this shrimp.
JL
Really,
Sanders,
really
I
nice.
bet you he does. I bet you he cooks all of the recipes.
I told you the truth. I like this one that gets stainless steel. And you can wash really easy. The clean.
We're
Now
gonna
we
watch
make
it.
The dip for the shrimp.
Let's watch
And we
this
start
dip.
with my oil baby. But this, it's really hot. You gotta watch. Not put too much, but put this one. And we slice over here in the middle. And we slice in the middle over here. This. Shallot.
You guys, I'm so
We do the
hungry.
peach.
I've never seen a sauce like this. A peach? Patsike.
Peaches. Are they right in English?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just speak English. And now let's
Where is he
chop
from? Why did I
avocado.
think he was Italian?
Now it's everything chopped, and we put right on this bowl over here. And we do like this. Nice. See if you pick out, it's so beautiful. Make
Bun
sure they
bun.
don't chop it too much. That this is so nice. The peaches, avocado. Look at that. Now we got lime. Black pepper.
He is Italian. Well, what did he call peaches? Must be dialect. This looks great.
Okay. Use the salt.
Okay. Oil? There we
oil.
go. We could put some wheat in that.
Okay, good. And now we give a nice mix. And make sure the mix is nice, slow. Do not squeeze it too much. Just
Don't
like
smush
that.
it.
Okay, you don't want to break a nut. Now it's the time of the test. And let's put it away over here. And the shrimp. Oh, look how crunchy the shrimp.
He sounds like the it wasn't a goat, in Pan's Labyrinth, you know, like
Crunchy. Really good.
Orsara, Italy, hence the channel name, but it is not the only
squeeze
type
it
of
out?
recipe you can expect from me. He is Pasquale. Oh. Easter.
Well, the shrimp it's really good. They come out really crunchy, the way I like it.
Bravo.
Plus, nice glass of
I
white
know.
wine.
You love your he loves his wine. Pasquale loves his wine. Okay. Let's watch this eel. What was it called? Il flottant. Il flottant. Let's see if we can infuse this. Oh yeah, I can already tell. Dished? Let's see.
Don't let the fancy French name scare you. Il flottant, or floating islands, is surprisingly easy to make. Just follow these steps and you'll be a pro in no time. First things first, we've got a whole vanilla bean pod. Start by cutting the bean in half lengthwise, then using the end of your knife, gently scrape out the seeds. Now it's time to heat up the milk. Add 2 cups of whole milk to a wide saucepan over low heat and add in the vanilla to infuse the milk with that delicious flavor. If you can't find whole vanilla beans, you can use vanilla paste or...
Wait. JL Sanders, that wine got his eye a little lazy. I didn't want to say that, but I was... I was thinking that. Aw. That's funny.
Extract, but I think using the whole bean really elevates the flavor of this dessert.
Yeah.
While the milk gently heats up, it's time to make meringue.
Flottant. Il flottant. Listen, my French accent isn't great, but I try my best. And of course, you want to use vanilla bean. This looks very
Add 6
fancy.
egg whites to a large glass bowl and whisk until they get frothy. Now gradually add 2/3 of a cup of sugar while whisking to combine.
We can make this on the club.
Once the sugar is mixed in, it's time for some serious whisking. What we're aiming for here is stiff peaks. Okay, here comes the technical part, making canals. You can do this by passing the meringue mixture between 2 spoons to create a smooth egg-like shape, then drop them into the warm milk. After a few minutes, give the meringues a flip and poach for another 2 to 3 minutes before removing from the pan. These will need to cool to room temperature before moving to the fridge to chill. We're going to reuse the flavored milk to make a creme anglaise, so quickly strain it with a sieve and top it up
You're gonna make
so
like
it
a
totals 2
vanilla
cups
pudding.
again. Return the milk to the stove over medium heat and bring to just below a simmer.
Yum.
While the
I'm
milk
so
heats
stoned,
up,
JL.
Whisk 6 egg yolks with 1/3 of a cup of sugar until smooth. Now slowly
Wow.
whisk in the warm milk, but be careful.
Temper your
If added
eggs.
too quickly, the heat of the milk could cook the egg yolk, making it a clumpy
Temper
mess.
your eggs.
Once everything is combined, return the mixture to the saucepan over medium heat and stir with a wooden spoon until the custard just coats the back of the spoon. Strain the mixture, making sure there are no lumps, then cover with saran wrap and
There
allow
were
to
some
cool
lumps.
completely before serving. Now for the final component, the caramel sauce. In a
Yum.
saucepan, combine water, sugar, and lemon juice. The lemon juice will help the sauce to stay liquid. Bring up to a boil without stirring until the color begins to change to a medium caramel. To plate, ladle a scoop of creme anglaise into a shallow bowl. Gently add the meringues and top with caramel sauce.
Yum.
Now prepare to wow all your friends and family with your masterpiece.
Very fancy. I love it. So yummy. Like poached meringues in a creme anglaise. So delicious. Rig rentals. You could make it. Bye, Cara, Carrie. I wish I could watch all of this with you, but must sleep. Thank you, Vanessa. Enjoy. Have a good night. You too. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. We're going to end pretty soon because I'm getting hungry. What should we watch next? Did anyone else have any ideas? Otherwise, I'm going to watch, let's watch, oh wow, there's even more different ones.
Today we will prepare floating island, traditional French dessert that every restaurant have in his business lunch. Very nice texture.
How fancy!
But I like to do this way in a tray with water. It's
bye, Stuart.
Hello, I'm Chef Vivian. French
that
chef.
Looks amazing.
So basic products with egg yolk, egg white, sugar.
Where is he?
First of all, so we'll do basically 3 techniques: caramel, crème anglaise. It's something similar to your custard, maybe, and egg white.
Michelle, I love you.
Egg white.
Yes.
First, we need to do caramel.
You're the best.
So a nice caramel with little bit of water. Very, very clean pan. We put the sugar and some drops of water. It will be easier to control the color of your caramel. Egg white, we will prepare them in this pan because we will do a big one. So the caramel.
Go back to Grandpa.
In the pan where in the place.
Do you guys want me to go back to Grandpa? Or you're over this guy? He's too bougie. Let's go see. Or Sarah. Should we watch Baked Penne and Meatball Casserole by Pasquale Sciarappa? Chicken Parmigiana, Chicken Cacciatore, Focaccia. We got recipes, my friends. Chicken Marsala, delicious eggplant appetizer. Yes, I love eggplant with mint. Meatball recipe. Ooh, let's look at the stuffed manicotti.
Hello, everybody. Today we make a stuffed manicotti with a ricotta cheese. The ricotta cheese, it's a fresh ricotta. And to make this stuffed, I got a ricotta, mozzarella.
Breeze Tones, I was taught it by Nice chef, and another chef was from Morocco. They were arguing over the recipe, I'm sure. There's different ways to do it. You just saw 2 different ways. The other guy was going to do that other way of doing it.
Pecorino cheese, eggs, black pepper.
Yum.
Salt, parsley. This is a parsley from my garden.
Of course it is.
And I got my homemade tomato sauce.
Good job.
The first thing we got to do, we got to cook the manicotti. Now, the manicotti got to cook for 9 minutes. After 9 minutes, make sure to cool off really good the manicotti.
Okay.
We gotta stop.
So cool them off in water.
Okay, now the manicotti gotta cool off, and now we start
Black
everything
pepper.
with the stuffed. And I got the fresh ricotta.
Good night, Michelle. Happy birthday. Thanks for being here.
I got the pecorino cheese.
Yum.
I got
you guys, I want this. We should do manicotti too.
My fresh parsley, chopped already from my garden.
From his garden.
I got salt. It's a sea salt.
Yeah, Breeze Tones, that's like homemade.
And
that's homegrown tomatoes.
Black pepper.
Yum.
And now this, you gotta be mixed all together.
Okay. Yum. Yes.
Okay, now the mix is already done. Now I got this bag. I was making the little
I would
hole.
put wheat in that.
I gotta fill it up with my manicotti.
You got it.
We put this.
You can
right
use a
inside
pastry
this
bag. I like a pastry bag.
In Italy called saccapo. Let's clean up good. I don't want to throw away not over here.
Use it all.
Okay.
Get
Good.
every last drop
And we
out.
got the bag
Pasquale.
already. The hole is on this side over here. After what you gotta do, only squeeze in easy.
You can use a pastry
now,
bag.
Before you start the stuff for the manigotti, you need like my omega sauce on a bottle.
Yum.
Not too much.
That I bottle.
After you pour the sauce, you spread like this all over the place.
This is so good.
Okay.
I subscribe to his channel.
And now
Here.
we start the stuff, the manigotti. You start for this side, and you push.
You put wheat in everything, V. We can do it. Why not?
Finish the fill it up. You put on this other side.
Fill it up.
And you got the manigotti like this. And now we put it right inside this pots like that.
It's one of
and
my
now I do
favorites.
all the same like the first one I did. When I finish stuffed on my manigotti, you gotta go in the oven for half hour.
Half hour.
For 400 degrees.
Wow.
Okay, now the manigotti is all stuffed. Now we put a little sauce on
Oh
top.
my God,
and
Breeze
we
Tones,
gotta
I'm
put it in
so
the oven.
hungry.
Now this manigotti tastes really good because this
Harry
is my
Lee,
omega
that's sick.
sauce
Have
one
you
I'm
never
making
heard of
sometime.
manicotti before?
This is my sauce.
They're so good.
And so you can buy the sauce at the store. It's good too. I don't want to say the sauce at the store, it's no good. It's good. But I prefer my
But the
homemade
sauce from the
sauce.
store is no
now
good.
You go in the oven for 20 minutes. After we got to take out, and we
I thought it was
put
30
the mozzarella
minutes.
cheese and the
Oh, okay, there we
pecorino
go.
cheese. The oven. Make sure to not burn yourself.
I'm so.
Okay,
I want
watch
these.
it now. Bye.
You guys, I need to order myself food.
Nice glass of wine to my chin chin salute.
Of course.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much.
I love
Okay,
everybody.
Now it's 20 minutes. And we take the manigotti
If I got
out,
my wine, for me it's
and we gotta
weed.
put the cheese,
Sonoma
mozzarella,
Hills
and
Farm.
the pecorino cheese on the top. Now the mozzarella, make sure to use a lot of mozzarella. Because this one you take it out, you gotta.
Breeze Tone, this stream sucks. I'm going to raid my fridge. Peace, everyone. Last push of the last weeks of the year. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Man, I'm losing people because Pasquale is making everyone hungry. Should we go to sleep? I think it might be over. The party might be over. Let's watch. I want to see the end of this.
So beautiful.
I'm just going to finish these roaches because I don't want to light a new joint. He even had a dance.
This is done, and now we gotta put
Bye.
it
Bye,
for
Breeze
10
Tones.
minutes.
Thanks for being here.
Look how beautiful. Look
Sorry
now.
for making you
Where the
so
one
hungry.
Mozzarella melted, the cheese, everything on the top. It gotta look like panza mia fatta trippa.
Panza
look
mia
at this
fatta
nice and beautiful
trippa.
shot over here. I got it. Salute e chin chin, everybody. Now let's go in the oven. I can't wait to eat this nice stuff manigotti di ricotta.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. Now this 10 minutes, and this it be done.
And then
All
we
right.
can eat it.
Okay.
Well, he can.
Good.
See you next
Okay,
Saturday.
Oh,
If
look at
anyone wants to
beautiful
hang out on
manigotti.
Saturday.
Oh, nice. Look how beautiful.
That
it
looks
It's
good.
so nice what it come out. Oh, now I
Shit.
want to take it by hand like this. Oh, you burn yourself. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay.
For me,
Now,
I don't know what to
wanna
get,
take
Brian.
a nice one.
I have some chicken that I can cook and then just like make a salad, you know, with some grilled chicken. So I might just do that to be like healthy. I'm trying.
I want to taste.
But I want to
Oh,
eat
I
this
got my
fucking
chin-chin
pasta.
salute, everybody. Ooh. Ooh. Hey.
But then you
Oh,
get-
don't mess up my chin-chin
Bye,
salute over
Winslow.
here.
Have a
Now I
good
can take
night.
it out the one.
I'm going to finish this and then we're going to go to bed, you guys.
This one over here.
Look at that.
Ooh,
Shit.
like the mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Feel it. Ooh.
on the right, Pascual. Shut up. Salud and chin chin.
Wow.
Wow.
Bravo. Yum. That looks so good, Pasquale. It's so nice.
Look at that. Delicious. So good.
I love it.
Salud.
Salud.
E chin chin at everybody.
E chin
Maybe this
chin,
manicotti,
everybody.
It's really delicious.
A tutti.
Salud. Chin chin.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to go to bed, but before I do, I'm going to drop the Patreon link right here. If you want to be a member of my club, the Edibles Club, join Patreon, the Edibles Club. You can join for $5, for $7, for $28, for $150 if you're a real baller. So that's how we do the recipes. It's a lot of fun. Pays for groceries, pays for my crew, Winslow, and for lots of awesome shit. So thank you everyone who is a member. I'm about to drop that. Thank you everyone for being here. If you haven't already, you can pre-order How to Eat Weed and Have a Good Time. I know I'm like a broken record, but sometimes I'm not. Maybe you haven't been here before. But I'm going to drop this link too. Everyone join the club. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. And let me roll these credits. Thank you to Madam Dram. And there we go. I'm still here. You can still hear me. Thank you to my club members. I love you all. You rock. Thank you. You make it all happen. You can click that Patreon link, support the club, hang out in the group chat. That's where the real fun happens. That's where the secret fun happens. Harry Lee says THC is good for use. You know, I love you all. Look at your names. Eddie loves it. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out with me and Pasquale. We learned about bat poop. We learned about THC drinks. And we learned about Pasquale. Look at all of these members. Don't you want to be a member like them? Join the Patreon and you can see your name up there with all my other members. So if that interests you, hit the Patreon club link. And thank you for watching and hanging out. I'm going to order tacos, Harry Lee.